You know it's a good day when you can buy a new tool. This is an upholstery stapler, and I've been working on some upholstery pieces lately, and my current stapler broke. So I'm going to show you how this works and why you might want to buy one.
As a furniture repair business, we're opening the doors to our workshop to show you the tools and techniques to repair furniture.
What I need to do is take that apart, repair it, and put it back together so I can get this chair in working order.
We give you tips to make your repair projects easier. Let's get into the workshop and start fixing furniture.
Before I open up this stapler, I want to show you my existing one. This is an Arrow. It's a standard stapler, and while it works good for vapor barrier, it doesn't have enough power to go into hardwood. Sometimes it's shooting double staples, so it's just not cutting it. That's why I've decided to upgrade to this pneumatic. So this Paslode, I just picked up at the hardware store today, and I'll open it up. Take a look at what's inside. So the model number is US-100. So a manual, oil, and an Allen key, and the stapler gun. Nice and compact. So we'll load some staples in, and we'll try it out on this chair. The staples are 22 gauge, so very thin compared to what you might be used to for brad nails. Pin nails are usually a 23 gauge. Nice long sleeve, which means you don't have to reload a lot. Oh, my hand's in the way. Okay, so we're all set. Now, when you use a staple gun or nail gun, you need to oil them. So let me do that first. You can see right here it says oil. So that needs to go in here. There's a lot of friction that happens in here, so the oil just helps make sure everything's lubricated, and then we can give it a try. I just quickly looked at the manual here, and it says 3 to 4 drops every time you use it, or every other day. I don't use this every day, so every time I use it, 3 to 4 drops in the inlet. Now, I can tell you one thing that I don't like already, and that's the case here. So, normally with a case, what I'm used to is there's a positive space where the stapler nailer goes into, and I don't see one here. So it's going to move around in the case. I'm just trimming off the end here to get the oil out of the container. I try to trim these as small as possible so there isn't a huge drip. Okay. So oil, 1, 2, 3, that's probably enough. 3 to 4 it said. But I'll show some of my other cases and why I don't like this layout. But let's give it a shot. So I'll connect this to the hose. And I've got this hooked up to my compressor, so you do need a compressor for one of these, and you also need safety glasses. Don't ever try this without safety glasses. I've seen people doing this on home improvement shows with nail guns. It's just not safe. So I've got several layers of fabric here. This is wrapping around from the front and the arm here. So I need to get that secured. It doesn't seem to be firing staples. Let's try it on a scrap piece of wood here. No. Okay, maybe I loaded those in wrong. Okay, so lesson number 1, read the manual. I put the staples in the wrong spot. Staples go in there. Now there's a spring action. Okay. We should be good to go. Try that again. Yes, That works. Okay, now we're in business. So that's the first layer of fabric. Now I've got another piece here that comes over top of this. I had to pull all this apart so I could screw in this arm that was broken. Nice. That's just an effortless staple, driving it home. Wonderful. Okay, so now I need to pull this around this way and then put the tacks on. So I'll start by stapling here first. And that will be hidden by the tack. I've got another one to put in here. I can see the old tack mark, it's right there. Okay, and we should be good to go. So let me put the tacks on here, and I'll talk a little bit more about this tool and how it compares to some of the other tools that I have. So what are my thoughts on this? Well, just using it on this one chair, it's a night and day difference between a spring actuated stapler. Those staples are going in like a hot knife through butter. Now I've got some hardwood in the shop here I'll test it out with, but first let me show you what I mean about cases. So as I said, this one doesn't really have a spot in the case. This is my brad nailer, it's a Porter cable. And here I've got space to store the brads. Here it's actually got a spot in the case where it doesn't move around, and I've got a spot for the oil. Compare that to this. I've got nowhere to store the staples, and this is just moving around. No spot for the oil, so the oil can be moving around inside, and they often leak. So not that impressed with the case. Now I've used Paslodes before. You see there, it doesn't even want to close. So I'll have to figure out how to orient that. Oh, there we go. I've used Paslodes before for framing, and they're a good brand name. So I was comfortable buying this. As I said, the unit works great. It's just the case, not a big fan. Maybe I'll have to get some Kaizen inserts to work on how that fits in there. So let me get some of the hardest wood that I've got in my workshop, and we'll test out the stapler and see how well it does. So I'm using 3/8 staples, and this is maple, this is cherry, and this is oak. So maple is likely the hardest here. Let's see how it does. Flush. Actually, it's below the surface a bit. Cherry. It's sunk it deeper. And the oak. It didn't actually sink it deep, but let me try it again. Yep. It's sunk below the surface. That must have just been the way I was holding it. So it's going to make it through all of the hardwoods that I use in my workshop and all the furniture I typically would. The only wood that I think is harder than this is teak, but I've never seen an upholstered teak piece. So maple, cherry, mahogany is a little bit softer, so it's not an issue. So I say that's a pass. This pneumatic stapler has a lot of power. Now I'm used to a framing nailer that I own, a finish nailer, and a brad nailer. So I know pneumatics can have a lot of power. But you can't compare this to a spring-operated stapler. So if you're doing a lot of upholstery work, this is something you might want to buy. Now this is the first time I've done a tool review on this channel. If you're interested in more tool reviews or have a suggestion for a tool review, please put it in the comments below. Don't forget, please give this a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, click over here, click on that bell icon, and you'll get notified every time we publish a video. Thanks for watching Fixing Furniture.